Hope you guys can hear us. Testing out my microphone now. Okay, we need to get David in the screen. I need to sit down my sage. Happy Sunday. Okay, definitely need your feet in the screen, huh? Perfect. All right. Whew. So we'll get started in just a few moments. If you're not watching this live and you're watching this later, you can fast forward to when you see me sit down on the mat. Thanks, guys. Oh, no, they're all the way in the back. They're all the way in the back. Like straight to the back of the building. Good morning. Do we have any requests for today's class? Core? Yes. Anything else? Wrap us all up. Yes, I could do some of those for sure. For sure. We all made it through the full moon, so that's good, right? That was tough. All right. Ooh. So, good morning. I hope that's not dark. I'm going to cut this heat off. Ooh, yeah, right? That's one of those. Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay at this level, or should I turn the music down a little bit? Just the hair. La, 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 la. All right, so you're welcome. Yeah, I was afraid it was going to be cold, so I cranked the heat up. I love it warm. I've already forgot the request. Let's start from the top. Guys, anybody have any special requests for today's practice? Just tell me, neck? I was like, y'all just tell me what to do, lady. Neck? So as? Oh, somebody said core. Balance, so as, core, neck, low back. How are we feeling energetically today? Wow, tight. Okay, remind yourself that we just went through a full moon. So as we move through this practice today, allow anything that is ready to move, okay? If I cue a posture and it's not right for you, take something different. If I'm asking you to do a certain variation and you'd like to take another one, please take it. Take child's pose or easy seat at any point throughout the practice. Listen to your bodies. You ready? Child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Reach your fingertips to the top of your mat as you begin to settle heavy into your body. Take a deep breath in. Gentle breath out. Feel the weight of your arms on your mat as you begin to settle into your body. Beginning to settle into this moment. How do I physically feel? What are the sensations that are showing up in my body, and where are they landing? Take a deep cleansing breath in. Fill up with as much air as possible. Let it out. How do I feel mentally in this moment? What are the thoughts that are showing up? And allow everything to be there without any judgment of what it is. Just allow it to be like you're watching a movie. Slow, gentle breath in. Slow breath out. Gently rock the forehead side to side. Find some ease in this moment. Remind yourself you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Right? Coming back towards a still space, take a deep breath and expand, open the back of the heart. As you exhale out, begin to tap in. How do I feel emotionally in this moment? What are all the emotions that are showing up? Maybe there's a loud one, but what are all of them? Check in. Slow breath. And then find another cleansing breath. Fill up. Let go of what you need to let go of. What is my intention for this practice? What could I use more of today, this week, this month, this life? And allow that intention to start to settle in. And knowing that at any time throughout the practice, you can always come back to this place, to this child's pose, whether body, mind, emotions, energy, need a break, need to reset. This is your safe space. As you're ready, slowly walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Begin to open up through the left side body. Melt back through the hips, relax the neck, the face, the jaw, breathe. Where can I find a little bit more ease in this moment? And sometimes it's not physical, right? It might be my thoughts. It might be my breath. Slowly begin to bring those hands back through center and start to make your way over to the other side. Heaviness, easiness. There's nothing you have to be doing in this moment other than just being. Inhale starts to bring those hands back through center. One final breath in this child's pose. Remind yourself of the intention for this practice. Come back to it often. Tabletop, as you're ready, rise it up. Stack the shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. Lift and activate through the belly, cats and cows. Inhale brings the heart and eyes forward. Exhale curls us up and in, chin to chest. So as you're moving through this movement, the core is very active, especially in the front. But we're also lengthening our spine as we go forward and as we go back. So there's no compression here. You want to grow longer and then even longer. So each cat and cow gets the spine a little bit more space. Now, feel free to move organically if you want to take it side to side, head circles, hip circles. Find a way to connect to yourself a little bit deeper in this moment, even if you're second guessing it, even if you're judging it. Just let that stuff kind of float to the side and then come back to, whoa, what does this feel like? Don't worry about what it looks like. Nobody can see you, especially if your eyes are closed. It's magic. 3 more breaths. Have fun. We'll come back into a neutral place, tabletop. Start to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, fingertips pointing to the right, and then look back to your feet here. We're getting into the neck. So how does that feel there? Can you pull the shoulders back and down? Yeah. I wasn't looking at you. Slowly bring your hands back through center. And then over to the other side as you're ready. So notice the difference between the sides. No judgment. Ease and length. Come back through center. Spinal balance. Right hand forward, left foot back, and you can stay grounded or begin to hover parallel to the earth. Think about finding a lot of space behind the back of the neck, and we're going to tap fingers and toes down at the same time. 5, and lift. 4, stable in the low belly. 3, stay lifted out of that right hip. Don't dump onto that side. 2, am I counting the right way? And 1, okay. Stay here, exhale, curl it under, tap the elbow to the knee. You can even reach for that shin and give yourself a little hug here for 3, 2, 1. Come back out, lots of length, lots of space. Stay, or take a bend in the knee, reach back for that foot or ankle. Option to catch a bind here and begin to open up to that shoulder. Lots of core and any variation. Keep breathing. Keep aligning with that intention. Spinal balance, release. Tabletop, take the movement you need, maybe hips side to side. So this practice is going to show us things. When we get into a place where we're uncomfortable, notice. Tuck the toes, walk the hands back towards the knees. Stay here, or begin to bring the hands to the thighs, stretching out the bottoms of the feet. Right? What is going to show up for you in this practice, and then come back to that intention. Okay? Because this is what's blocking you from having that. Right? And it's not a bad thing, it's just an is thing. Cleansing breath in. Let it go. Come back out, tabletop, untuck the toes, tip, tap, tip, tap, tip, tap, tip. Yeah, spinal balance, other side. Left hand forward, right foot back. Grow long through the entire spine, and really think about lengthening the low belly as you extend out through head and heel. Tapping it down, we get longer. 5, 4, this is for our low backs. 3, really activate through the right shoulder. 2, soft and easy jaw. 1, hold to balance here. We take that cheetah variation, tapping the elbow to the knee, or even grabbing hold of the shin. Little bit of a curl here through the back of the neck. 1, come back out, spinal balance. Hold and breathe again, or take a bend, or catch a bind. Any of those variations, we're really active through the low belly, protecting the low part of our back. Come back out, spinal balance, slow and controlled. Exhale, tabletop, little swish here. We're going to stretch out the wrist after this. Back into that neutral space. Start to spin the pinkies back towards the knees, shoulders away from the ears, and you can stay right here, or tuck the toes, start to shift the hips back towards the heels, or begin to grip the mat as you do as well. Lots of options. Nothing should be forceful. Find an edge where you have a nice sensation, but you can still comfortably breathe while you relax through the rest of your body, right? 2. And 1, come back up, realign, tabletop. Downward facing dog, tuck those toes, lift the hips up and back. As you relax the head and the neck down, maybe bend both knees for just a moment. Send your tailbone to the sky and then stay here, or begin to find some movement. Pedaling out your downward facing dog, swishing your hips side to side, lots of options here. Bring yourself back to a still space. Inhale, roll forward to a plank like a wave. Knees can come down for a modification here. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Maybe you press through an active child's pose. Or turbo dog, right? Inhale, roll forward like a wave. Press it back. Rock it forward. Press it back. Last one. Actually, come into this plank and hold for a moment. Stay here or modified, right? Or begin to alternate tapping the knees. Before you do that, press into your fingertips, lock your belly button to your spine, then alternate 10, 9, 8, listen to your body, 6, 5, relax your neck, 3, 2, and 1, lower all the way down to your belly. Take a moment here, relax the back of your neck and your jaw. Shift your hips side to side. Cobra, inhale. So as we take a back bend, right, we're going to continue to practice that low belly lock, up and in, pressing into the tops of the feet here, lengthens out through the tailbone. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-point. Keep the hips as square as possible. Bring all 5 of the right toes down towards the earth as you flex that right foot. Pressing through both heels, you might start to get a little shiver or a little vibration happening in the muscles here. Relax the head. Exhale, runner's lunge. Foot comes in between the hands. If it doesn't quite get there, use that right hand to bring it up to the top of your mat, finding that alignment of right knee on top of the ankle. Take your booty and drop it a little closer as you lengthen out through your spine, sliding the shoulders back. Notice how this feels. Notice where it feels. From here, back knee is going to come down to the ground. Lift your belly, lift your heart. Melt your hips. So you're encouraging the space by using the breath. So if we hit that resistance, right, it's like, oh, there it is. Inhale. And as you exhale, soften your shoulders. Don't even focus on the hips. And then you'll relax down there as well, right? So just keep scanning the body. Where can I relax? Last 2 breaths. Okay, tucking the toes, active runner's lunge here. We're going to shift forward, grounded airplane. Hands can be to the earth or blocks. Now, right knee may still need to be bent here to keep the hips square. Make sure the hips are square because this is for our low back. Pull up through the belly. We're going to tap our toes to the earth. 3, lift your core. 2, and 1. Standing folded stork. Left knee pulls into the chest. Breathe, right knee can be bent. Relax your low back. 2, 1. Look forward. We're coming up for stork. That does not mean you can't put your foot down. The floor is not lava. Pull in through the inner thighs. Lift up to the tip top of the head. Circle the wrists. 3, 2, and 1. Crescent lunge. Pull in through the core. Keep the hips moving forward. Exhale out, warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Lift up that belly. Exhale, side angle. Forearm to the thigh or hand to the earth or a block on the inside of that right foot. Press to the outer blade of the back foot and get even longer from the top of your head. Maybe go extended here. Taking the chin down towards the ground. Whoop. Don't let go of your core. Take your chin back up to the sky. And down. So we are going to transition into a wide-legged fold. But from here, left arm is going to reach as far away from me as I can. And we're going to hold this space. So it's like a grounded warrior 2, maybe lizard variation. That's what I'm going with. Check out that right hip. Breathe. Yeah. You love that guy or lady, right? My right hip is definitely a gentleman. Wide-legged fold. Here we go. Take it to center. Drop the top of our head heavy. Relax the face, the back of the neck. Inhale. Exhale.
One more inhale. Exhale. Slowly rotate towards the front of your mat, runner's lunge, and begin to revolve this lunge. Left hand is down, right hand to your thigh or the sky. Back knee can always be down for this modification, but grow longer from the tailbone through the crown of the head, or the heart here, really. Exhale, top hand down, slowly and controlled. Step up to the top of your mat. Use your core, one big step or a couple of little ones, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts us, shoulders back. Exhale, fold, heavy head. Inhale, rise and reach tall mountain, hands to the sky, heart is open. Exhale, forward fold, empty the breath, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, palm the mat, choose a flow, a chaturanga flow, or skip it, find downward facing dog. I'm taking the moon flow today, if you want to do that one as well, knees, chest, chin. Land in that downward facing dog. How do I feel? Where do I feel? What's my intention for this practice? Your inhale, left leg to the sky, 3 points. Stay in line with that intention. Head is heavy. Left hip would love to be even with the right. That may mean you need to lift that heel or bend that knee just a little bit here. Lift belly. Exhale, runner's lunge, foot between the hands. Nice and long here. Take a moment to really expand out from left knee to right knee. Shoulders fall away from the ears. Back knee slowly comes down. We're going to get a little bit deeper, but we lift the core, then lift the heart. From here, grounded airplane. Tuck the toes, lift the back knee, shift the hands forward, float to fly. Right hip comes even with the left. Your hands can be on blocks here. Lengthen the spine. We're tapping the toes down. 3, 2, and 1. Standing folded stork. Right knee pulls in towards the forehead. Find your stability here in that grounded leg, and then begin to look forward to rise for stork. Lifting through the inner thighs, locking in the belly, sliding the shoulders back and down. Find your stability here, even if that's with the foot on the ground, right? Pelvis doesn't want to be tilted back. Crescent lunge, inner thighs wrap towards one another. Relax the back of the neck, the shoulders. Exhale out, warrior 2. Send your arms away from you. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Settle in, left forearm to the thigh or hand to the earth or a block. Grow long and strong with ease behind it, right? No force. Going extended if that feels good on this side. Top arm overhead. Maybe looking down to the ground. And back up. Looking down. And back up. Here we go for that funky warrior 2 lizard. Reach to the right corner of your mat. Take your left hip and slide it back as you melt your hips down to the ground. Really pressing through the outer blade of that left foot. Smile because you're here and you can do this. Who knew you could do this? I didn't know until just now. Look at that. You guys are amazing. Wide-legged fold, walk your hands to the right. Top of the head's gonna fall down. If you wanna go upside down this time, plenty of time here. We're gonna take about 10 breaths. If you wanna take a shoulder bind, maybe a rag doll or interlaced fingers behind the back to fall overhead. Any other inversion that's in your practice, wherever you go, go there with ease and compassion for yourself. How do I feel in this moment? Where do I feel sensation in my body? Last 2 breaths. As you are ready, rotate. Let's inhale halfway lift first. Lengthening out that spine. And then rotate back to the front of your mat, runner's lunge. Revolving once we land, right hand down, left hand to the sky. Chest forward, tailbone back. Lots of space here. Exhale, top hand down. Slowly step up to the top of your mat, forward fold, one big giant step or a couple of little ones. Inhale will halfway lift you once you're there. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, reset, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center, refocus. Inhale, sweeps them up. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, palm the mat, pause here, side plank. Right hand down, left hand to the sky. If you want to take that modification, the right knee is down to the earth. Whatever variation that you're in, push yourself away from the ground, lift up to the right side body. Say something nice to yourself in this moment. As you're ready, exhale, top hand can come down. You can take a flow or some cats and cows, up to you. We'll head right over to the other side when you are ready. Left hand down, right hand to the sky. Choosing the variation that serves you best on this side. Reaching that top hand like you want to touch the ceiling, pushing the ground away from you with that grounded hand. Last breath here. Exhale, top hand down, choose your flow. Big full breath in. Let it out. Inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-point. Take a bend in this knee. Stack to open your hips. Right knee to the sky. Drop the head heavy. Playing with some variations here. If you want to lift up onto your right fingertips, working on balance, you can begin to float and hover that hand. Even catch a bind. Other option is coming down to left forearm or both forearms. Give you about 3 more breaths in that space. Smile because you're awesome. Inhale brings us back to 3-point when you're ready. Exhale, cheetah, nose to knee. Shift forward, lift up. Inhale back to 3-point. Exhale, twisted cheetah, cross it over. Inhale back to 3-point. Your choice, mountain climber prep or arm balance, right knee to tap. We'll all meet back in 3-point as you're ready. And your next exhale brings you into a runner's lunge, foot between the hands. Inhale, rise, full crescent. So I feel like I'm missing something. I got low back, psoas, neck, core. What am I missing? We're about to do it. Shut up, Kat. You're already there. We're going into stork. Here we go. So funny. I was wigging myself out. Squeeze those inner thighs together. You're going to pulse out this left knee, but make sure you're not dumping into your right hip. So as you pull, stay lifted on the right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Airplane, hands or no hands, up to you. Scoop in through those inner thighs again. Peel the heart back like a cobra heart. Half moon, right hand to the earth, or a block, or for me, my awesome water bottle just happens to be right here. Open up. Maybe look up to that left hand if it's for you today. I feel that is not for me. Do a little candy cane here. Take a bend in that knee. Reach back for that foot or ankle. You do not have to grab it. Peel the heart open in whatever variation you're in. Gently release that hold. We're coming back into a warrior 2. Lift inner thighs. Woo, that right calf muscle. Inhale, straight leg, peaceful warrior. Come up and out. And then exhale into triangle. Right hand comes to your shin, a block, or the earth on the outside of that right leg this time. Keep the arches of the feet lifted here so you're not dumping the ankle bones in towards the center of you. Reach. Breathe. Inhale's going to bring us up, straight leg warrior 2, hands to the hips, step up about half the distance of your mat, setting up for pyramid pose. Hips are going to be square towards the front, and you can take a shoulder bind if you like, or leave the hands to the hips. Options for shoulder binds: interlacing the fingers behind the back, ragdoll, reverse namaste. Find what works for you. Slide that right hip back and begin to fold into this posture. If you want to add balance and a stretch, flex that right foot, drop the head towards the top of that right foot. Lots of belly here. Gently release your bind. Hold this fold for a few more breaths. So if you want to slide those right toes off the mat, check that calf stretch out. Maybe even really flex the toes back. Really find that length. Dropping that foot down, you're going to shift your gaze forward. Grounded airplane again. Option here for 5 toe taps or some handstand preps, up to you. So the toe taps we've already done, right? Really locking in that belly. The handstand preps are the same idea. So the core is pulled up and in, pressing into the hands. You begin to do a little hop with that left leg lifting to the sky. You can give it a little swing if you like, or you can just use that bottom leg to lift. And we'll all meet in a forward fold after those 5 rounds. As we meet in this fold, take a cleansing breath in. Let it go. Soften the knees. Begin to come into a toe squat here. You might want to bring the feet a little closer together if they weren't already. Finding balance is up to you. You're going to bring the hands up. And we're squeezing in towards the center of us, feeling those little stabilizer muscles working throughout the ankles. That's really helpful if you want to go ice skating, because that's really hard. I went like 2 days ago, and I did not remember that. Boat pose, just for Janet. Scoop the belly in. Shoulders open and wide. Find your variation, right? Feet can be to the earth. Any variation. Pull in through the belly. Open up through the heart. Slow-mo boats. We got to end the year with slow-mo boats. All right. Where are we going? Where are we going on this trip? Anybody? Anybody going anywhere over the holidays? Mountains? Texas. Florida? Anybody else? You're like, I got to get one more, or we got to keep going. Ohio, there we go. All right, seated child's pose. Drop those feet down. Give it a little hug here, drop through the back of the neck. Let yourself feel whatever was just trying to be suppressed. Just let it be right here. Cleansing breath in. Let it go. Rock onto your back. Okay, going to take a little bit more core work for our low back here. So, taking the feet to a hip stand, but if the legs cannot be straight and the sacrum be on the mat, please bend your knees so that the sacrum is flat on the mat, okay? Hands down by the hips if you like, out to the sides is a little bit more intense, and overhead or behind the head is intensest. Pull down through the belly, open the shoulders, right heel is going to start to tap the mat or get hovered, and switch, get hovered. And just take a few rounds of that. Don't worry about the timing. Really pay attention to what it feels like in your low back to do this movement. Does your core keep wanting to push out? Do your shoulders keep wanting to pull forward? Can you encourage that softness here? Does your mind want to say, wait, how many are we doing? It's all clues. So pay attention to what's happening in your process. We got about 30 more minutes here. We'd have some real fun stuff show up then, wouldn't we? Oh, you got it. Breathe. I promise we won't be here all day. Last 3 breaths. Notice what's coming up. It's all good. Last breath here. Knees will come into the chest after you even out both sides. Give yourself a little hug because you're awesome. Big breath in. Let it go. Rock and roll forward fold, or find your way to a forward fold, however you like. You can plant those feet, lift those hips. Head gets heavy once you land. Inhale, halfway lifts us. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, tall mountain, reset. Yay! Exhale, hands to heart center, refocus, 11-11. Inhale, sweep the hands to the sky, open your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Thanks, Kelly. I literally was wondering what time it was. That was so perfect. Palm the mat. Find your way back to a plank. Choose your flow for today. And we'll meet back in a downward facing dog. We'll take that ride on the left side. Left leg to the sky, 3-point. Take a bend in this knee, stack to open your hips. Stay here or play. Right, coming up onto the left fingertips. You can even come up onto the right fingertips. I didn't mention that the first time. Forearm balance. Right forearm to the earth. Play with all of them or play with none of them, right? It's your practice. How do I feel in this moment? Last 2 breaths. As you're ready, slowly find your way back into that 3-point. Your exhale brings us to a cheetah. Shift forward, puff up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, twisted cheetah. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, your choice, mountain climber prep or arm balance. Slowly finding your way back to that 3-point. Next exhale brings us into that runner's lunge, foot between the hands, and rise for crescent. How are we doing? We doing good? Okay, made this a little harder than I meant to. I was like, I'm ready for Shavasana. We have a whole nother side. Stork. So as we go, pull in through the center of you. Up. Wrap it in. Push those hip bones forward. Pulse that knee out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Airplane, hands or no hands. Find that space between each vertebrae. Half moon, left hand to the earth or a block or any prop you have. Expand open through the arms. Expand open through the legs, the hip. Stay or catch that candy cane. Take a bend in that lifted leg. Reach back for that right foot or ankle. Maybe catch a bind if that's for you today. Slowly release that bind. Don't slingshot it like I just did. Warrior two. Lift the inner thighs to lightly land that right foot. Whew. Inhale, straight leg, peaceful warrior. Exhale, triangle. Left hand to your shin, block or the earth. Expand out. Inhale, rise, straight leg, warrior two. Hands to the hips, step it up, setting yourself up for your version of pyramid. Take the arm bind of your choice and begin to fold. Remember, you have that added balance if you want to flex the foot with the arm bind, but we do have the opportunity afterwards as well with the hands down. Gently release that arm bind down towards the ground. Maybe catch a little calf stretch if you haven't already played with that. Get a little bit looser in the back of the neck. As you're ready, shift forward. We got that grounded airplane, your choice. Toe taps or handstand preps. I feel like I missed something. How did I miss it? Oh no, we've done 2 wide-legged folds. Never mind. This round landing in Malasana Yogi squat when you're ready. Playing with crow if you'd like to, or just hang out here in this hip opener. You can even take some side-to-side binds. Slowly bringing those hands back down to the earth, finding a wide-legged-ish forward fold. Square your feet back parallel to the sides of the mat. Drop the head heavy. Take a ragdoll arm bind here. Maybe sway a little bit side to side. Releasing more through that low back, those hamstrings. Hands come to the earth. Find your way back into a plank. Choose a flow or skip it. Find downward facing dog. As you're ready, right leg to the sky, 3 point. Take a bend in this knee. Flip your dog if that's for you. Right foot gets super heavy. Heart peels open towards the sky. Wild thing is an option as well. Slowly bring your way back into a 3 point. Exhale, pigeon, right knee towards the right wrist. Find that balance between the hips. A little bit longer in the torso as the left hip slides down towards the ground. Stay lifted or begin to fold, but lengthen as you fold. Don't curl into the center. Keep pulling out away from that right hip. Where can you get a little bit heavier? These are your last few moments here, so if you want to take a different variation, grabbing that back foot for a little bit of a quad stretch or a mermaid, sliding that back leg around for double pigeon. Slowly finding your way out of this, take the movement you need. So that might be a windshield wipering of the legs, that may be a tabletop, a 3-point. Just kind of let your body move the way it wants to first. And then landing back in that downward facing dog for the other side. No rush at all. When you are ready, left leg will come to the sky for that 3-point, taking a bend in this knee, flipping the dog if that is for you. A little bit of a heart opener here. Really push the mat away from you and soften the back of the neck. Slowly transitioning back into 3-point. And then landing in that pigeon, finding the balance between your hips. And again, because I know all of you know what to do, if this is not right for you, I did forget. If you want to take it on your back, YouTubers, you can take reclined pigeon. Hopefully we're always listening to our bodies. As you land here, how does this feel on this side compared to the first? Am I holding tension and resistance in my body in the same places? Yes. If you would like to shift into a different variation, you have the time to. If you've moved, notice if the tension that you released in the last posture kind of shows back up in certain places. And just, there's not a judgment of it. It's just, oh, there it is, and relax it so that we start to create this new program, this new habit of finding ease when we meet discomfort. Last 2 breaths. And as you're ready, guys, make your way out of this however you need to and get onto your spine. So take the movement you need, finding your way onto your backs from here. As you found your way there, I'm gonna offer you to take a final back bend of your choice. Bridge, fish, wheel, anything with a heart opener. If you got a block, you can go supported or restorative. I'll talk you through bridge, but take what you like. Feet or hips distance apart, fingertips down towards the heels, pressing into the feet. We walk the shoulder blades towards one another behind the back. Slight tilt of the chin towards the chest. Breathe. Wherever you are, your heart is open. Notice thoughts, feelings, or just bring it right back to that intention for practice today and really breathe it into that heart space. As you're ready, we lower back down. Take a breath in stillness. Allow the spine to settle. And then you choose feet together, knees apart, or feet apart, knees to touch. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Close your eyes. Just take a moment to find gratitude for yourself, that you decided to come to take care of your body, your mind, your energy. And feel free to stay in this space of gratitude as long as you need to. Or begin to find your final inversion for practice today. Happy baby. Hip stand. Shoulder stand. Anything that gets your feet above your heart these last few moments of practice. Can I find ease in my body? Can I find a gentleness in my breath? Okay, we're almost done. If you'd like to find plow, taking toes overhead, keeping the hands on the low back unless the feet come to the earth comfortably. Eyes always to the sky, protecting that neck here. And slowly beginning to make your way out of whatever shape you're in. Maybe knees come into the chest, one more big hug. And allow the knees to fall to the left side of you. Arms open out wide. Heavy through the upper body, heavy through the legs. Knees slowly begin to come back through center. Taking any adjustment necessary and head over to the other side. Same thing. Heavy through the arms, heavy through the legs.
Knees slowly come back through center. Taking any final movement you need to take to complete this practice this morning, and as you're ready, releasing out into your version of Shavasana. Allowing the legs to fall heavy. Letting go of the breath. And just taking the next few moments to allow the body and the mind to rest and heal. Slowly coming back to your breath. Take a deep inhale, gentle exhale. Know that you don't have to do anything, but if you feel like you want to start to bring movement into your body, you can. Or you can just lie here and find some awareness. How do I physically feel in this moment? Where? Where's the sensation? Gentle breath in. Gentle breath out. How do I feel mentally in this moment without any judgment attached? How do I feel emotionally and energetically in this moment? And reminding yourself that there is no wrong way to feel. And then as you're ready, slowly beginning to make your way up into an easy seated position. Maybe the hands come to heart center, closing out this practice in a seat of gratitude. Gratitude for this amazing body that carries us around every moment of every day. Gratitude for the opportunity to move and breathe together in community. And gratitude for the intention that you set for practice today. Let it sink in here. Hold it in your heart. And then as you're ready, slide in those thumbs to the forehead, finding gratitude for one another and the energy we have shared this morning. Namaste, friends. Namaste, guys. How's everybody doing? Good? Awesome. Well, don't feel like you got to rush out of here. We got some treats over here. Just finding gratitude for you guys and this whole community. We're so grateful, and this is the least we could do. So please stay and have some vegan, gluten-free ginger cookies. If you need to know more ingredients, I can tell you. And some fruit. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Last thing, Love the Shit Out of Yourself Challenge. It's for the month of January. You can sign up for it on the website. It's totally free. It'll be all through YouTube. But each week we'll have 3 offerings. The first one will be the chakra alignment dance. The second one will be a meditation, and there's another word there that's just left my, but it's like a talk. So we'll kind of like update on how we're moving through the energies that we're talking about on Wednesdays. And then Fridays will be a yoga flow. Now you don't have to take them when they go live, so that's the best part about it. You can take them at your leisure. And yeah, if you have any more questions about that, let me know. It's also on the website. And thank you. That's it. For the month, yeah, so 3 classes a week. Really, I'm doing it to hold myself accountable, and I just hope you guys are along for the ride. Right.